Good morning, everybody, in the Big Shave and in YouTube land. Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a shave with my this is my 1930s Gillette New open comb razor that is rhodium plated. I got this from Above the Tie several months ago. It's a beautiful razor. They did a real nice job on the plating, and it looks like it's brand new. I've used this razor several times. I find this razor to be pretty mild shaving razor. So for anybody wanting to get into the open comb, razors, but scared off by the fat tip or the R41. One of these Gillette New style open combs might be just what you're looking for. And I've loaded that with the Voshkod blade. It's got a brand new Voshkod blade in it. This has become one of my favorite blades. And I gotta thank Dorian from the Big Shave for sending me those, and originally, and encouraging me to use them. I found that they're a great blade, and I guess they were originally sent to him by Michael Friedberg, also from the Big Shave. Anyways, guys, thanks for finding those blades. I'm really happy with them, and I enjoy using them quite a bit. In addition, I am going to go ahead and be using my this is my refurbished Ever Ready. I think it's a 300 PTB brush that I have re-knotted with a golden nib 18mm 2-band finest badger knot, and it's a little knot, but I really like this brush. It shaves great, or it lathers great, and because of its size, it's easy to maneuver around your face. Very soft and a good backbone as well. So I'll be using that today. And then for my soap, I'm going to be using the Razorock Nervous Wreck. This is a vetiver soap, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I love the Razorock products. They seem to work really good for me. They lather really well with my hard water, so I'm looking forward to using this. Again, I've used this a couple times. Forms a great lather. Smells good. The smell, like a lot of soaps, is not overpowering. Fairly mild, and it's a good product. I've already gotten out of the shower. I've prepared my face with by washing with Mr. Glow, and I've applied the Shave Secret oil as a pre-shave, and so we're going to get started here. First, I'm just going to go ahead and wet my face. And we'll go ahead and load the brush here. So one thing that's nice about these 2-band brushes is that because they have a decent backbone, they tend to load the soaps pretty good. I've been really pleasantly surprised with them. Being a fan of the Semoge boar brushes, I think that these are a nice change of pace to the boar brush. Just if you're feeling like having a little bit more softness, these work, but they still have good rigidity so that they will load really nicely. So I got a little nice loading of soap on the brush, so we'll go ahead and start applying our soap. So when I face lather, I will usually soak my brush while I'm showering, and then when I'm ready to load the brush, I'll just let the water drip out. I don't squeeze the water out or anything. I do think, at least for my water situation, I get better lather if my brush is a little bit on the wet side. So as you can see, that soap lathers really nicely. This is one of their tallow-based soaps, and it is in their in the artisan line, one of their artisan line soaps. So here we go. So, like I said, this open comb razor is pretty mild. The blade sits almost directly on top of the combs. So even though it is open comb, I think that because of the way the blade sits, that provides a little bit of a protection from the blade. Whereas like in an R41 or a fat tip, the blade is almost the blade is up a bit from the combs, and I think that and the blade exposure is what makes those razors a little more aggressive. Also the blade angle, of course, on the R41 is pretty flat. This does bend the blade slightly. So this is a pretty forgiving razor. It's not a real highly aggressive open comb razor. So pretty easy to use, pretty forgiving. Add a little more water there to the lather. Go across the grain past number 2. My phone is going off, although I'm not on call this week, thank heavens. As I was last week on call, running from hospital to hospital. This week I am not. So the good thing is, when the phone goes off and you're not on call, you don't have to worry about attending to some catastrophe or disaster, which is always a good thing. So 2 passes down. I think, as I've said before, the Voshkod blade is for me is really nice, smooth, sharp, and efficient. I've heard people say that they can get several shaves out of that blade. I only use my blades for 3 shaves regardless, and then I dispose of them. I found that seems to work out pretty good for me, and I do have a lot of blades to use and try, so I'm not really trying to conserve them, so to speak. So it's 3 in the bin, but there are a lot of anecdotal reports that this blade will last 4, 5, 6 shaves. So I guess that would be a testament to the quality of the blade. So pass number 3, again across the grain, the opposite direction. One thing I did not mention about this razor is that I find that once you find the angle, it does shave pretty good, but you don't have a lot of flexibility in the angle that you use. It seems like the to me the angle, it's a little bit finicky in finding the right angle with this particular razor. And I don't know if it's probably just me. But I kind of get the impression that if I don't have the right angle with this, that I'm not doing anything but removing cream from my face, or soap from my face. So I've always got to kind of pay attention that I am getting the right angle kind of with this razor, and because it's pretty mild, you don't really, I don't really get a great sense of tactile feedback from the razor. I have to kind of go by how it sounds. But once you get the angle down, you can get a really nice, pretty much worry-free, effort-free shave. So again, I think for someone who's just trying to, just contemplating getting into the open comb razors, and they're looking to, you know, they may be a little bit intimidated by the R41 or the fat tip. This might be a good one to try to kind of, you know, dip your toe into the water of open comb razors. Oftentimes they can be found at antique stores, at least here in the United States, for pretty reasonably priced. For a pretty reasonable price. I think I have another one that I got at an antique store here in town. Of course, it hasn't been replated like this one. It's got gold. It's gold plated, and it's got some, you know, plate wear on it and stuff. But I think I paid, you know, around, you know, $10 to $12 for it. What was interesting is when I bought it, it came in a gem box and it was labeled as a gem razor, but clearly it was the you know, the Gillette open comb. It's exactly like this razor, same handle, just gold plated. And of course that razor was all original. It was not, it hasn't been replated. So other than aesthetics, it really is pretty much the same. It shaves the same. Obviously doesn't look as fancy because this one's been totally redone. And I suppose from a collector's standpoint, it's probably better to have it with the original finish rather than replated. However, I'm not. I pretty much use all my razors. None of my razors are just for show. They're all pretty much all of them are used. Okay. So all in all, pretty good shave. I can never quite get as close as, with this as I can with some of my other razors. And usually can get a pretty good irritation-free drama-free shave with this razor. So there it is. That's the Gillette 1930 style new open comb rhodium plated razor. So I'm gonna wash my face off here. I've been thinking about what aftershave to use here since I've been doing my shave, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the old Innsbruck again. I've really been enjoying that aftershave splash. I like the smell of it, and I really like the menthol feel to it. So it feels pretty good. Just a slight bit of stinging, but not bad at all. And with this stuff, you'll get the little bit of sting from the alcohol right up front, but it goes away really quickly as the menthol kicks in. And this really has a nice menthol feel to it, which I thoroughly enjoy. So that's pretty much it today. So just to kind of sum things up, let me just rinse this brush off here a little bit. We've used the ever-ready refurbished 300 PTB brush with the golden nib 2-band finest knot. Gillette New Style open comb, rhodium plated. Voshkod blade. Shave Secret oil. The Razorock Nervous Wreck soap. Alt Innsbruck cream, or I'm sorry, Alt Innsbruck aftershave. And I'm going to be applying the Arko oily cream. This was given to me by Tolga from the Big Shave. Thank you, Tolga. I am liking this cream. It is a little bit thicker than the Razorock cream that I use frequently as well, or the Razorock aftershave wax. But the Arko is nice stuff. It does moisturize the skin nicely, feels really good at the end of the shave. And I can really see why a lot of people are fans of this stuff. So thank you, Tolga, for that. And thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.